The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. Now, a long time ago, I asked you guys if I should read this manga. If you've been following me on like TikTok or like on Instagram, I put it on there a long time ago when it was just a manga. And to my surprise, it ended up becoming an anime. And it became something that I really enjoyed. Quick summary of this anime. It's about a girl named Femicia who gets chased out of her town for having a starless skill. She was a starless tamer, and she ends up running away, changing her name to Ivy and pretending to be a boy and going to different towns just to get away from her village to try to find happiness in a place where she belongs. And along those ways, she picks up trash, and she ends up taming the most craziest thing, like taming a rare slime and later on some other creatures as well. It's very interesting how this anime is kind of told and how it's being portrayed, because obviously Ivy is the main character, and it's really nice to see Ivy kind of grow as the episodes go on. We see Ivy try to overcome her trauma of being able to get close to people and to trust them. But I think what's important about this anime, outside of Ivy's growth, is the characters that surround her. We're obviously all on Ivy's side in her trying to find her happy place, trying to find her home, trying to find the people that she trusts. So rather than really observing Ivy's growth, we tend to find ourselves observing the people around her. And I think honestly, that's what makes this anime so enjoyable to me, is the fact that I'm observing the other characters, not just Ivy. Even though Ivy is such a great character, I think, especially when it comes to the growth of Ivy. Now, the weirdest thing about this anime is that it's an isekai, but very rarely do we get the instances of the isekai moments. Pretty much the only isekai moments that we get from this is when Ivy's talking to her consciousness, because I guess her consciousness or whatever it is able to talk to her and relay information and feelings. And that's how Ivy somehow discerns making decisions and how she moves forward. Also on top of that, the slime that she tames, Sora, is super cute. Now, this anime is a little bit on the slower side, especially when it comes to just getting things from it. Because when most people think about like an isekai anime, or when they think about a fantasy anime, they think of fast-paced, overpowered character. But in a sense, this is more of a storytelling of an anime. When people think of Frieren, yes, it definitely has its slower sides because it's telling a story. But at least with Frieren, there's a lot of high action, amazing animation. But when it comes to The Weakest Tamer, it's mostly telling a story more than giving us a lot of action. Now, there's a lot of dramatization, there's a lot of situations that happen. It's just something about this anime has always intrigued me. It's kind of like The Ascendance of a Bookworm. Ascendance of a Bookworm didn't have a lot of action moments, barely any, but Ascendance of a Bookworm became like one of my favorite isekai anime, and this kind of stands true with it. And I also think it comes with like me just growing up, and I don't always need something high pace, high action and stuff. This anime is truly enjoyable for me. I like it a lot. The animation's pretty, the characters are likable, especially like, we're not just talking about Ivy, we're looking at all the characters around her. But yeah, that's honestly all my review. I was trying to make this video short, but let me know your guys' thoughts about The Weakest Tamer. I honestly like it a lot.